December 3rd is just days away, and if you're counting on Social Security, there's crucial information you need to hear right now. The Social Security Administration has just confirmed payment details that could mean a significant deposit heading to your account this week. But here's what most people don't realize. Not everyone receives their benefits on the same day, and the timing depends on specific factors that many retirees completely overlook. We're talking about a confirmed $2,100 payout that's been adjusted based on the latest cost of living calculations. But whether you're actually included in this December 3rd deposit window comes down to your birth date, your benefit type, and when you originally filed for Social Security. Right now, thousands of seniors across America are checking their bank accounts, wondering why their deposit hasn't arrived yet, while others are getting payments they didn't expect. The confusion is real, and the misinformation floating around social media isn't helping anyone. Understanding exactly who qualifies for this December 3rd payment, how the new benefit amounts were calculated, and what you should do if your deposit doesn't arrive when you expect it is absolutely essential. The payment schedule isn't random, and those amounts aren't just pulled out of thin air. What we're seeing with this December 3rd date is part of a very specific payment calendar that the SSA follows religiously every single month. Understanding this calendar is absolutely essential if you want to know exactly when your money is coming. The Social Security Administration divides beneficiaries into different groups based on when they started receiving benefits and what type of benefits they're getting. If you started receiving Social Security before May 1997, you're in one group, and your payment typically comes on the 3rd of every month, regardless of what day of the week it falls on. This is actually one of the most consistent payment dates in the entire Social Security system. Now, if December 3rd falls on a weekend or a federal holiday, the payment gets moved to the last business day before that date. But since December 3rd this year falls on a Tuesday, we're looking at payments going out exactly on schedule. But here's where it gets interesting, and this is something that trips up a lot of people. If you started receiving benefits after May 1997, your payment date is determined by your birth date, not by the 3rd of the month. The SSA splits these beneficiaries into 4 groups. If you were born between the 1st and the 10th of any month, your payment comes on the 2nd Wednesday of each month. If you were born between the 11th and the 20th, you get paid on the 3rd Wednesday. And if your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st, your payment arrives on the 4th Wednesday. This system was put in place decades ago to spread out the workload and prevent the system from being overwhelmed by trying to process millions of payments all on the same day. About that $2,100 figure that's been making headlines, this number represents the approximate average benefit amount that many retirees are seeing after the most recent cost of living adjustment. Every year, the Social Security Administration reviews the Consumer Price Index and determines whether benefits need to be increased to keep up with inflation. For 2024, there was a cost of living adjustment that affected virtually every beneficiary, and what we're seeing now in these December payments reflects those adjusted amounts. But here's what's crucial to understand. The $2,100 figure is not a flat amount that everyone receives. Your actual benefit depends on your earnings history throughout your working career, the age at which you claimed benefits, and whether you're receiving retirement benefits, disability benefits, or survivor benefits. When you work and pay Social Security taxes throughout your career, the SSA keeps track of your earnings for every year you work. They take your highest 35 years of earnings, adjust those earnings for inflation using something called the average wage index, and then calculate your average indexed monthly earnings. From there, they apply a formula that gives you a higher percentage of replacement income on your lower earnings and a smaller percentage on your higher earnings. This is why someone who earned minimum wage their entire career might see Social Security replace 50% or more of their working income, while someone who had high earnings throughout their career might only see Social Security replace 30 or 35% of what they used to make. The timing of when you claim benefits also plays an absolutely massive role in determining your monthly payment amount. You can start claiming Social Security retirement benefits as early as age 62, but if you do that, your benefit gets permanently reduced. The reduction isn't small either. If your full retirement age is 67, which it is for anyone born in 1960 or later, claiming at 62 means you'll receive only 70% of your full benefit amount. That's a 30% reduction that stays with you for the rest of your life. On the flip side, if you delay claiming benefits past your full retirement age, your benefit increases by 8% for every year you wait up until age 70. So someone who waits from age 67 to age 70 would see their benefit increase by 24%. That's a huge difference, and it's one of the reasons why two people who had very similar earnings histories can end up with vastly different monthly benefit amounts. For people who receive their payments on the 3rd of the month, December 3rd represents their regular monthly payment arriving right on schedule. But what's making this particular payment noteworthy is that it reflects the full annual cost of living adjustment, and for many beneficiaries, this is when they're really starting to see the impact of that increase in their bank accounts. The cost of living adjustment isn't just added as a flat dollar amount across the board. Instead, it's calculated as a percentage increase applied to each person's individual benefit amount. One thing that catches a lot of beneficiaries off guard is that even though there's a cost of living adjustment increase, their actual deposit amount might not increase by the full percentage because Medicare Part B premiums are typically deducted directly from Social Security benefits. Every year, Medicare premiums can change, and sometimes those premium increases eat into part of the cost of living adjustment increase. For 2024, the standard Medicare Part B premium is $174.70 per month, but depending on your income level, you might pay more than that due to something called income-related monthly adjustment amounts. If you're receiving supplemental security income, your payment schedule is completely different from regular Social Security retirement or disability benefits. Supplemental security income payments always come on the 1st of the month, unless the first falls on a weekend or holiday, in which case the payment comes on the last business day of the previous month. This means recipients actually got their December payment at the end of November. The vast majority of Social Security beneficiaries receive their payments through direct deposit, which is not only faster and more secure than paper checks, but it also means you get your money on the exact scheduled payment date. The SSA transmits payment information to financial institutions a few days before the actual payment date, and your bank or credit union will typically post the deposit to your account in the early morning hours of the payment date. If December 3rd comes and goes and your payment doesn't show up, don't panic immediately because there are several legitimate reasons why a payment might be delayed. If you recently moved and didn't update your address with the Social Security Administration, that could cause issues. The first step is to check your bank account carefully because sometimes payments post under slightly different names than you might expect. If you've confirmed that the payment definitely didn't arrive, you should wait at least 3 business days after the scheduled payment date before contacting the Social Security Administration. After 3 business days have passed, you can call their toll-free number, and they're available Monday through Friday from 7 in the morning until 7 in the evening. When you call, have your Social Security number ready, along with information about your bank account if you use direct deposit. Understanding your benefit statement is another crucial piece of this puzzle that many beneficiaries overlook. Every year, the Social Security Administration sends you a statement that breaks down exactly how your benefit amount is calculated, what deductions are being taken out, and what your net payment amount should be. By comparing your benefit statement to your actual bank deposits, you can quickly spot any discrepancies and address them before they become bigger problems.